So, we're gonna go back to the brothel. Something I was kind of thinking about the other... after I ended the stream like yesterday. Where is the brothel? Is this a brothel? That's a brothel, right? No.
All right.
Just something I was thinking about. I don't think it hurts to look into the locked things. Right. As long as we don't like steal, I don't think we're gonna get in trouble of picking some of the things. I think. We'll see. Hopefully not. No.
Why not?
Okay. I may want to take that. We'll come back for that. Let's look at the other things. Because when I did it in here, there was no problem. And I did it in another room, and I'm sitting there, especially if they're gonna leave. Delora, this could be her room. I don't think it really is, but anyway.
Why not?
Now she's looking. Yeah, we're not gonna steal stuff, but I wanted to see if there was anything like quest-wise, because we did pick up a book. Let me go to my inventory. We did grab Phenom's book, so I do want to talk to him to see if this is of interest to him or not. We saw that love letter. Actually, let's just have you run. We don't need everyone else. Oh, she shut the door. Actually, we're gonna pull a. Can't we shut the door? No, I guess not. We don't believe hard enough. Nah, we're not gonna mess with this place because we're gonna get a potential companion out of this, right? But we are gonna look at stuff. See what's locked up that needed to be locked up. I bet you those gold earrings sell nice though. I'm tempted to grab them. Especially because in Baldur's Gate, even though I played a lawful good character, the rogue in my party, what was her name? Not Imawin. Well, sometimes Imawin. But what was the other one that we used and she betrayed us in part 2? What was her name? Safala? I think it was Safala? What was her name? Alright, anyway. My character had an intelligence of 3. He's not that clever to see what's going on with the rogues in his party. So they're stealing stuff, and then they come up to him and say, hey, look what I found on the street here. And of course he believed them totally. So there you go. Hold on, I gotta turn my own volume down here. So I feel like I'm yelling just a little bit. All right. So I could use the same premise with this. I mean, you know, we just did. Kind of need the commons. mean, you know. I mean, we're just gonna look since Juliet's in there. Definitely not gonna take it right in front of her. Well, the love, nothing triggered off that love letter. Oh, I figured we could read it. Alright, what else was in there? We're not gonna take the commons. So this
gone.
door got shut again.
I'm here. Might as well.
I mean, yeah. We're gonna take some of it. The 27, no. Silver, nah. We'll take the gold. Nini. Nine Eyes. All right.
What's up?
Endure. All right.
In enduring, grow strong.
Did we talk to Juliet again about the ninth? Oh wait, she doesn't want to talk to us right now. Yeah, okay. We're trying to find. Let's look over our journal. We need to go into the fest hall and we got to talk to Merryman and speak to him on her behalf. We got to spice up Juliet's love life. Montague in the city festival and demand that he relinquish her to me. Okay. Got some things to turn in back at the other areas that we had explored. And we never got the 10th student here. Maybe we should ask... we never talked to Fall from Grace about the 10th student, so maybe we should do that.
How may I help you?
Yeah, some questions. You know, we got some name dialogue last time, but I didn't get to ask her it. Who are you again? You are quite memorable. Actually, that's an interesting name. That's one I wanted to ask. I'm pleased you like it. I am fond of it myself. What does it mean exactly? There we go. That's what I wanted to know, and we didn't get to ask that. The meaning of names is a complicated subject. There is much to be said, and a great deal that is better left unsaid. It is a tale for another time, I think. Is that your real name? Perhaps. She smiles slightly. Perhaps not. There are names which are given and names which are earned. Who is to say which is the real one? Not I. All right, the other questions, which is the 9 students, as you asked, but I could not find the 10th. And you could not find the 10th student. How curious. I'm thinking the 10th student is me, in which case I have spoken to all of them. Oh, or it could be in his own way. But he doesn't really talk. I'm thinking it's us because we're learning things as we're talking too, right? Very well. And your thoughts? You and I should leave this place and explore the plains. There's nothing more for either of us to experience here. No, that's too... I have learned what it means to aspire to be a sensate, and that is... It is better to go in search of experience rather than have it come to you. Ooh, that would get her to leave. You should get rid of all the armoires in the brothel and use them as firewood. that would kill Louise. Teaching within a sheltered environment such as this only harms the student. Oh, okay. No, I think we'll go with 2. She nods. Very well. I will travel with you, if you still desire my company. I do.
You know, I've learned some new tricks. Oh, Mistress High and Mighty will be joining us. What do we need her for?
You couldn't possibly understand.
I wish she would fall from a great height. I might even bump her off myself.
Okay. If they're gonna be talking like that, I do need the music down probably another notch. I feel like the voices can be up more for sure. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. So, we have a new party member.
Yes?
And I leveled up, so I haven't talked to anyone recently. Her Chastity Bodice? Armor class 5. It's made from the tanned hide of some creature. Despite its prim and proper appearance, it does little to detract from Grace's sensuality. Bodice possesses no known powers other than some minor enchantments that prevent it from becoming dirty and repairs minor tears in the fabric. Oh, okay. What is this? Her touch is a 1 to 3 slashing weapon? Oh, it's a fist. It does slight slashing damage. Okay. What are you proficient in? I guess we need to look at your character sheet here. What are you? Well, other than you're a succubus. I think we're going to be a sensate. We were a sensate in a previous life. It kind of makes sense that we kind of go back to that. So you're level 7. That's good. That's within level of all of us. What are you? Oh, you're a priest. Oh, we got a healer now. You know, clerics in D&D are pretty much the strongest character. You know, debatably. Also, probably the least played. They're just, you know, clerics can just, man, they could do everything. They could do everything. And when they do stuff, they do it good. Look at it that way. That's why I say debatedly they're probably the strongest, like, archetype. And there's so many subclasses to them too. So anyway, so we got some resistances, a lot of resistances, a lot of resistances. Our Thaco sucks. You want this as low as possible, if I remember right. Hold up. Or maybe... can't remember the formula. Hold up. I'm tabbing out. Let's look, because it's second edition D&D. THAC0 formula. A THAC0, so it's the THAC0 minus the roll on the D20 equals the AC of hit. So going back into the game. So a 15 minus your... So a 15 minus -5, that becomes a positive. So that means you got to roll a 20 or above in order to hit to con. There you go. So the lesser number of the THAC0, the better. You're better to hit. So in second edition, it's THAC0 minus, in parentheses, whatever this is. So yeah, less AC and the THAC0, the better. So yeah. So the less on the THAC0 to hit part, the better to hit your target. The more negative this gets down, the more harder it is to hit, because the THAC0 minus a -5, if you're doing your algebra right, this now becomes a +5. So you add that, and that equals your hit dice that you need to roll in order to hit to con. So they have to roll, if their THAC0 is a 15, they have to roll a 20 or above to be able to hit them. If it's good old me, which my THAC0 is a 16, I have to roll a 21 or above to be able to hit to con. So that's pretty high. That's extremely high. It's hard. It's hard to hit to con if you don't have a good THAC0 here. So all of our THAC0s except Mort's or Morty is kind of sucky. But anyway. So, hey Phasm. Welcome back. We do need to level up here. And since we're leveling people up, we do need to talk to them all again. We just got a new party member, which I am super excited. I haven't even looked at her spell book yet. Ooh, thief skills. Okay. I feel like going into stealth is probably going to be the best thing, as well as traps. I'm doing all right. It's just freaking hot here. You know, I don't know if it's hot where you're at, but man, it's scorching in Texas right now. We're going to bring this up to a 70, and I'm going to put the rest into a 75 here. Yes, you are... This game is no stranger to you. We are in the brothel of the... less sating... What is it called? World map. Sating and intellectual lust, I don't know, something like that. Basically, they talk here. That's the kind of action you're getting. You're getting different kinds of, and you know that. But for those that are wondering what the heck we're doing in a brothel, it's you get in. There's prostitute that will insult you if you're into insults or better in your insults or debates or winning or losing, you know, these things. Anyway, it's very interesting. It was a very interesting experience in here. And of course, we just got Fall from Grace, our newest party member, which is a priest. And I think that rounds us out pretty good. Fighter mage, fighter rogue, priest. I mean, Mort is a class of his own. You beat it recently? Yeah, that's right. Mort's a class of his own, but what is he? Is he a fighter? Yeah, he's a fighter. If we had to classify him, but yeah. And of course me, a mage. So, apparently, I'm thinking I can get Ignis because we got the decanter, and I was thinking about it the other day. But I don't know how many. I think it's 6. We can have 6 in a party, and there might be other people we can grab, but so I'm gonna be a little picky and not grab Ignis if Ignis is a party character. I'm assuming, because there's music when you go and talk to him. We got the decanter, which I'm assuming we're gonna have to use that, or maybe we got to get other things for it. I don't know yet. So you can have 6. So this was a real cool concept they added to the game. Yeah, I like games that follow D&D rules, and apparently since it's my first playthrough, I'm experiencing, since it's an old classic, of course there's a lot of reading, a lot of story. In fact, there's probably, this game is, if I had to classify it, is 80% story, 20% fighting so far, in my experience. So, it's very little actual action, but when the action happens, man, it's exciting. So, I did get a suspicious sealed scroll. We have not opened it, and we get the sense that if we open it, something evil is going to happen. I got Finham's book, which I'm going to take to him to see if that will trigger anything. And we got some other quests we got to turn in back at the other areas. But we're going to go to the Civic Fest Hall next, because we have not explored that. And that's probably going to be an hour of narration right there. So, never had much interest on it in the setting, but this game's shown to me that the campaign setting is really interesting. Yeah, I played, I have like over 500 hours of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Siege of Dragonspear. And so this game came highly recommended as kind of like a follow-up. When I first started it a couple of years ago, I had some health issues, so I had to put it down. And then when I picked it up just recently last year, forgot everything. So I decided to restart knowing that intellect, charisma, and wisdom are very important to your character as far as regaining your memories and everything. So, and I had already made the choice that I was going to be a mage. So I was like, well, restarting, getting going through it and playing it, that'll be pretty good. So, oh, I am neutral good now. I'm not lawful good. Is that because I had Anna steal some stuff? But I wasn't around for that. Hold up. I'm gonna do a quick save here. Because we really don't need the money. I was just seeing what I could get away with there. Because Anna was stealing stuff. But this may not be like Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate, if your character, the one that's lawful good, doesn't do the stealing, it doesn't matter. It looks like... Oh, it tells us our rating right there. When did I change? Ah. Well, if I keep just being me, we're gonna level that back up to lawful good anyway. We're just gonna even it out, you know. I wonder what changed. I wonder what was significant that changed it. I wonder. And do we have to be lawful good? No, we don't. I generally am in my playthroughs, but no, we don't. I feel like in this game, being neutral good is, or chaotic good, even, is pretty good. Good. Too many goods in the one sentence. All right. She keeps doing like a little prayer thing. Okay, that's kind of neat. So let's check her out some more, because that was the whole point. Oh, and before I forget, we did level up. Did I get any spell slots? The con leveled up to... Oh, yes, I did. And we can go buy Cloud Kill, which is on a vendor here in the town. So we could buy that. So that's fine. And then we'll have a level 5 there. So that'll be good. The con leveled up, and he got level 4, but we don't have any level 4. He got an extra. What do you do again? The strength score. I feel like just having one of that is fine. Let's get a luck in there because that's going to add a dice modifier to our rolls. It does saving, attacking. Yeah, so it's just good. It's just good. Look at it that way, right? And we need a level 4 spell for Dakan, which we just don't have, so. Wait a minute. You have... It's a priest scroll, right? Ah, okay. So since I was in the I see. It just flips between the two naturally. Okay, I see. Nope. I see. Okay, good. It confused me. I was like, wait a minute, you're a wizard? It was like, I thought you were a priest. Okay, yeah, it's flipping between the spell book, as it should. All right, so we got protection from evil, which is what? It gives them the penalty for evil creatures and bestows a +2 on all saving throws that are caused by such evil attacks for a duration of 10 per level of the caster. So not bad, especially for like boss fights and stuff, because generally bosses are evil. and of course, other things, dragons, undead stuff, demons, whatever. All right. Halo of Lesser Revelation. They took a lot of D&D spells for 2nd edition and gave them their own names. So we kind of have to figure some of these out. Lines of priest enemies with the halo of light, making them easier to see and be hit. Okay. So when cast, a player character selects any target point with the range to center the spell on. From there, a glowing, vibrant green glow emits from the center and grows out to a 40-foot radius. Hostile creatures, this is good to note. It's not going to target us and make us easier to hit. Hostile creatures will be surrounded by a glow for the duration of the spell, which bestows a +2 penalty to their armor class, and there is no saving throw for the spell. Even better. And it can also cause a glow around invisible creatures. Ah, okay. I forgot what this is called. Is it fairy? I forgot what the actual spell is called in 5th edition, but it just makes them easier to hit, and they can't go invisible because we'll still see them. Yeah. We got a curse. Enemy targets, a -1 to attacks and -1 to their saving throws. Okay. That's not bad. Oh yeah, detect evil. Yeah, that's fine. Cure light wounds, that's extremely good. And blessing. +1 to hit and 1 to saves. That's really, really awesome for us. Yeah, I'm fine with that because having 1 and 1 is good. And then the 3 cure wounds, which we're going to use mostly of. Would love to get a curse in there if I could. Or actually not even a curse, just a halo, right? Would love to squeeze in a halo. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got aid. Grants +1 to hit and 1 to saves. Nice. Also gives hit points, which is the really cool thing. It's 10 seconds plus 10 seconds per level, so it lasts for quite a while. We got Cure Moderate Runes, which is the 2nd level cure, and Spiritual Hammer, which is spiritual weapon. It does 4 to 10 points of bludgeoning damage for every 3 levels the caster has, acting as a +1 weapon, gaining additional +1 for every 6 levels. Yeah, this is just freaking amazing. So, Masterpiece Theater on PBS. Exactly. All right, we got Call Lightning and Prayer. We just got a new character, by the way, a new party member. So this will do Nature's Fury. It can call 1 bolt of electricity, hurling it down upon her enemies for 2 to 16 points of electrical damage, plus an additional for every level of the caster. Any creature. So we got to be careful with this. We don't want to cast this when we're meleeing something. Area effect is 10-foot radius. A save versus... Okay, all right. And it can only be used outdoors. So yeah, this is like the one Jaheira had in Baldur's Gate. So very useful spell to start the fight with before your front line gets up to the targets. So good softening spell, and just, you know, I mean, what else are we going to use it on? So we got Flame Walk here, which we could add in. It protects the recipient from the effects of flames. Okay. She's got crazy magic resistances and whatnot, so I'm pretty sure we're just going to be using this and this. We do have Speak with the Dead, but I also have Speak with the Dead naturally, so I don't think we're ever going to be using this with her. Oh, yeah, Prayer grants a +1 to attack and saving throws to all who are friendly, and those who are hostile suffer -1 to attack damage. Okay. Not bad. Probably going to be using that more often than anything. The remove curse, Speak with the Dead, yeah. So it's more than likely going to be Prayer. Maybe a lightning here or two. And more cure serious wounds. Okay, so she's looking pretty good. We don't have to do anything as far as adding to that. You did get a level up, and you are a fighter rogue. I keep forgetting. It's Dakan that is the other one. So we need to go buy a spell before I forget. Yeah. So now we are now a party of 5. And at least they leveled her up with us. It's 3:54 in the morning. This person has a message for me, but I am pretending right now to be not the person that he is looking for, because we got a tattoo in our back that says we are not to let people know that we are immortal, that we're undead. Well, yeah. Sit down for a spell and buy a spell. Yeah, we're gonna go buy a spell and then sit. Yeah, reverse that.
I'm gone.
I think that was the Curiosity Shop. Can't remember. Or maybe it wasn't the Curiosity Shop. Hold on. We gotta look at her wares anyway, because she's got stuff that I think are quest items. I've been doing too much of this. But why am I doing this? They're special, unique items, and we've already used one to separate these two characters that were kind of polymorphed together. I want to buy something. Did you have the Cloud Kill? No, you just have items. Okay, so I think it was her. I think. Oh, I didn't check your inventory.
Yes.
What? Okay, so you got a diary. This book looks like it's made from paper-thin silver sheets. The engraving of a woman is on the cover of the text, and there's a small lock on the side of the book. No matter how you try, the lock resists your attempts to open it. Do we use it? Hey, pretty peeps and party pipettes. What's up, son? How you doing today? Oh, and what? Oh, Oh, and we got an armor class ring she can have. Okay. You give her a slight amount of protection. Okay. All right. So let's give her. Yeah, you stole all of that. That might come in handy. Here. You hold on to the suspicious sealed scroll. There we go. There's our ring of the traveler.
A ring without a proposal? How improper.
I didn't think about that. If it's about to rain and you don't have your umbrella, just use Cloud Kill. See, that is what we need to go buy. Hey, Dad. I mean, Gold. So... it got hot with Anna. I have a feeling Fall from Grace is going to be an interesting character because Anna didn't quite... Anna's interesting. Let's go with that. And the writing, it did. I mean, I was turning pink and getting high. I mean, let's just say there was a scene, there was biting involved, mutually, and that's it. It was pretty good. You know, and Mort's like, yeah, don't mind me, boss. And we didn't. But now, being in that brothel, Anna was getting a little, muttering under her breath. And it's an intellectual brothel, mind you, okay, of dialogues. So there was no physical brothel part. It was all intellectual. What was it called again? A brothel, a slating intellectual lust. So if you're into, like, Morty is, his taunts insult. Man, I'm doing this a lot. Really, seriously. His taunts insult. So if you're in insulting dialogue, which there was a prostitute in there that insults you, and they went at it, I just let them. You know, he actually increased his insult skill. So we got a lot of experience in there. Experience. And see, I didn't do the air quotes this time. And Anna's a teensy bit possessive. See, I like that. I like that. I shouldn't mention that. I like my women possessive. Updating my journal. All right, so let's go find that Cloud Kill. Let's change the subject. Starting to blush again. Man, playing Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be it's going to be interesting because there's nudity. It's not graphics like this, and yeah. My son was like, hey, can I watch it play? I was like, I'll let you know when you can watch it. I'll let you know which videos you can watch on YouTube and which ones you can't, because I'll be uploading it, right? So, yeah. Yeah, it's good amount of... Oh, trust me. Red can still... Can y'all see? Yeah, if I stand up. I don't know. Can you see that, Red? You're right there. So it's not a pure black and white, right? This is the Starry Night theme, and the stars are the D20. What's that polygon called? Starts with an I. What's that called? The 20-sided dice. Anyway, the 20gon. What is it? Is it Isogon? Is that it? Okay, all right. Now my nerd, sorry, geek is sexier than a nerd. The geek in me is coming out here. Hold on. 20. What is it called? I know it starts with an I. Okay, how do you pronounce that?
As Icosagon. Icosagon.
Google. Icosagon. That's a 20-sided. Yeah. Polyhedron? Well, that works too. Icosagon? Is that it? Yeah. That's a 20-sided. That's a 20-sided shape. But polyhedron, yeah. All right. Well, all right. Let's stop being geeks. Let's get back into the game. Yeah. Okay. I just forgot it again. I Google.
Only pronounced as Icosagon.
Icosagon. Sorry, I'm not going to remember it.
Done.
It's the one that starts with an I. Man, it's kind of weird squeezing all these people in here now. Well. Oh, okay. We're getting new dialogue. Fall from... Oh, that's... Oh, man. Fall from grace, or whatever it is you call yourself now. Truly a pleasure to see you here. What do I owe the honor of your visit? I thought you were rarely trafficked among our kind anymore. She glances at you for a moment with the same faint sneer. Or is your assignment here almost finished? I do not know what assignment you are referring to, Verishika, though your presence here brings it with many questions. Last I had heard, you were a standard bearer for the company of the Vulture. How did you come to Sigil? She replies curtly, firing a question back like an arrow. By choice. And you? Where were your orders to take you next? And suddenly turns to you, which is me. You see, little man, Verishka smiles, as if savoring the words. The best temptress is one that can make you buy into illusion of being both promiscuous yet virtuous at the same time. A prostitute priestess, as it were. Mistress Grace is among the greatest. She turns to fall from grace. Are you not? You would not think that 1,000 years of slavery had left their scars, no? Fall from grace speaks with a coldness that we have never heard before. The air almost becomes ice as she dissects Verishika with her gaze. That is enough. Very well. Though you are the ones who came into my emporium. She looks to me. Yes. Here to buy something? Yes. Let's look at your charms. Not those charms. Actually, I'll never say no to charms. Hey, this got cheaper. Is it because of my charisma that got updated by 2? Probably. The prices are going down. A polyhedron is just a multi-sided geometric shape. So like both a D6 and a D20 are polyhedrons. There you go. So Icosagon. Icosagon. Anyway, we're here for Cloud Kill. Stop getting distracted, Jake. 20 minutes later, you know. What's that SpongeBob thing? A few moments later. He finally buys Cloud Kill. All right. We never bought this. I don't think I need it. I don't feel like I need it. There is a raised dead here. But if I'm doing my things right, I don't need it. What can you wear? None of this? Oh. I forgot we have a some teeth in here for Mort. Interesting. But that's just too much. I need money. I need money. What can I sell? I can't sell anything from you. Oh, you will buy some gold earrings that I just happen to come upon? You know, stole them out of your brothel? Hey, that's 320 more. I don't know if I still need my severed arm. Oh, I have tattoos of Restless Dead. Okay, so I can res people that way. Oh, we need to talk to Finim as well. Okay, alright. Quick save. Copy spell. First try. Okay, I don't feel like I need to rest, but hopefully, you know, whatever. Okay, now, I do want to talk to you. Oh, we still got to talk to everyone in our party. That's going to be a whole nother 10 minutes right there. But it'll be new stuff, I think, because we all just kind of leveled up. Yeah, what a look at your exotic items. I think it's the Fiend's Tongue. I want to grab it, but we'll come back for it. I think I need it for Echo, the prostitute that is silent. She can't talk because she knows something of Ravel, the person that made us what we are, basically. So she can give me intel on her. But we need to talk to some people in the fest hall first. The fest hall first. So, let me see the other things. Look to the front. Okay, back. I think we're fine. What's Yever's ring? Almost invisible. I will part with it for a meager sum of 349. Yeah. So ring of almost invisibility, I guess it makes you a little harder to hit. So maybe it does some kind of mage little thing or whatever. It's tempting, but I mean, I don't know if for sure. I mean, maybe we could put it on Fall from Grace, but all right, let's just leave. I think we came in here for Cloud Kill. Let's move on. Let's move on. Is this? Yeah, Finim. We got your book, Finim. Do you want it back? Oh yeah, he is looking for his book. And yeah.
Anna, could you stop flicking that tail? It's irritating.
If you shut your trap, then I'll stop waving my tail.
Huh? Flick away then.
Finim glances your way, frowning. Choose to grace my home once more, have you? What is it which of me this time? Questions. Would... Wait a minute. I have your book. Don't you want your book? Wait. I know he's talking about a book. What about my journal? Do I... Oh, I don't really have a quest. for him. Oh yeah, we saw Dionara's father. Oh man, that was something. Actually, we started. I think we met that. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Ignis. Oh, it says right here he is a player character. Okay. Well, that's a little revealing. So we got a succubus and a tiefling. And this guy. And that guy. It's just it was a bad hair day when we took this photo. Okay, you know, what can I say? I just woke up. Okay, so you don't want your book. All right, whatever. Kind of want to pick into that, but not going to, I suppose. We're not that. He's indeed a henchman. Gotcha. This thug boss, I want to talk to you. This young but well-muscled thug, while certainly well-armed and large enough to be dangerous, seems awfully clean for a typical street tough. He's carrying a massive axe in one hand and a steel box in the other. As you near him, he puffs up and scowls at you. What are you looking at, side? Pike off before I describe you. A zombie, a skull, a conduit to the plains of Elementa fire, a succubus, a Githyanki, and a tiefling walks into a bar. Well said, son. Scrag, what in the... Oh, it's Anna talking. What in the 9 planes of Beator are you talking about, you idiot? Scrag's an ag nipped yank to the hard heads, you clueless auto-cough Bert. He glares daggers at Anna, but says nothing. You do seem a little well-groomed for a thug. Stop shaking your bone box, leatherhead. This is my territory, and you'll be leaving it quick if you don't want my bloods to tear you apart. Anna snickers, shaking her head. Rattle, you side, rattling your bone box it is. I'd love to see how long you'd last drop smacked in the middle of the hive acting as you are. She turns to me. Come on, let's be off. No use wasting our time with the West End basher would-be. His face flushes angrily as he gnashes his teeth in frustration. That's it. You've piked and asked for it. Get him, bloods. Okay, we fighting. We fighting, people. All right, you back up. You come here.
I shall serve.
What's up?
You
Good
come
as
there.
done.
How may I
You
help?
right
Be
there.
done.
Aye?
You're a fighter, but stand right here
Right.
for the moment. Okay. All right, so this guy, the thug boss, is definitely coming at me.
Your words.
You,
Yeah.
you, and you engage. We're gonna kite.
All right.
Okay.
I'm listening.
How about anyone? Anyone? How about anyone, like, actually fight this guy?
Done.
The sweet smell of sensates and
I'm here. It shall be done.
I will hear you.
Huh?
Ready.
Okay, they're on to con. I got Mort engaged in the other one. I'm gonna have Mort, because I just wanted the aggro taken. Everyone on this guy.
What did you wish?
Okay, you're coming for me, I think. We can take some damage because we'll just heal it, so let's all focus this guy. And now this guy.
I'm a lot of practice, it seems.
Whew. Skinnerd, 37 months for the Knight's Gray. Thank you very much. Let's get our quick loot on. Interesting.
I'm here.
Balance in all things.
Aye, what?
Well, that guy's dead.
I'm gone.
So that, so we're still neutral. Good. I mean, the guy wanted to fight, not, you know, I mean, Anna kinda the guy instigated it. Yeah. Has a thick leather handle on the top, but there's no apparent way to open the thing. It appears to be welded shut. There are a number of the very narrow slits along one side, though you can't see into the box through them. A sickly sweet rotting smell wafts out from the slits. Ew, there's something in there, isn't there? What's in the box? Okay, let's go sell this jewelry, if we can.
Goldward, also known as Wanker City.
You know, I do want the voices a bit more. Let's go with that.
Done.
Done. Yes. A little bit of jink. Some kappas. Oops. Sorry. I don't believe hard enough. Forgot to hit the sell button. All right, it's almost 5 in the morning, game time.
All right.
So, let's go to the fest hall. You know what? Wait a minute. I don't know if I've talked to you. I have not talked to you. The smell of alcohol wafts heavily from this young woman, and despite her dark skin, you can see that her face, beautiful but cruel looking, is flushed. She is slender but well-muscled, adorned in exotic jewelry and translucent silk clothing. Numerous scars crisscross her thighs and forearms. They look to be from battle wounds. Greetings. Well, well, what do we have here? A little tiefling gutter queen come crawling out of the hive? The woman pouts, talking as one would head to a small child. Are you lost, little tiefling? Oh, look, it has a tail. How cute. Anna flushes with a snarl. Blades sprout from her fist. Now, fiendkin, don't do that. The woman seems unconcerned as Anna draws her weapons and clucks disapprovingly with her tongue. Careful now, or I'll remove that tail of yours and feed it to my dogs. Young Sarhava. Sarhava Vuel. Could it be you? Yeah, she drinking. Hi. The young woman appears confused for a moment, then recognizes Fall from Grace. She seems startled and abashed. Mistress Grace, I had not noticed you. Holy, shamefully do I admit this, for your noble appearance would be obvious to even a dullard. Obviously, you rank less than a dullard, girl. Wait, actually, we're going to let Grace continue to speak. She gives embarrassed nods. Your words are most skillfully chosen, unlike those heard so recently. Oh. She seems shamed. Yes, mistress, I regret that such words were spoken in your presence. I regret they were spoken at all. Her tone barely changes, but the subtle reprimand seems to crack the young woman's face like a whip. It pains to see an old student of mine behaving so. She frowns and regains her composure. In any event, mistress, what brings you out of the establishment? Some errand? These are my companions that I am traveling with. I wouldn't expect the same courtesy given to them as you've given to me. Such is a hallmark and responsibility of those noble-born. Ooh. And it glares at Grace and Sarhava furiously. Sarhava bows low. Then allow me to excuse myself with an apology, Mistress Grace, to you and your companions. My words were ill-chosen. 'Tis the drink that caused me to speak such rubbish, and I am filled with shame for having belittled myself so before my teacher of old. She bows, turns, and leaves. Ooh. Oh, and we still haven't talked to everyone yet. We still need to do that. Okay, so she must have popped out his toady? Oh, these are just bodyguards? Or, no, wait, people that are just lavishing over her? Yeah, okay. We need to talk to everyone. Everyone line up for dialogue. We're going to start with the Khan.
What is your will?
There are things that I would know, Dakan. What about our travels? Nope. Nothing new. What about the language? No, there's nothing new for Dakan. What about your teachings? Oh. The unbroken circle of Zertham. I want to speak to you more about it. What did you come to know? Oh. Let's move on. Do I have something in my inventory about that, or no? I guess not. Oh, this is not usable by priests. Okay. Oh, I have a rune blade. Oh, yeah, that's right. The hit on it is bad, but it's got the resistances, which are pretty cool. Could open this. So if I give it back to you. Yeah, if we hit use. What about you? Can you do anything with this? We'll let Mort carry the love letter. So we could find out what this does. I mean, I don't like going back on saves, but if I open this and it kills the entire party, then it's a good thing we saved it right before, right? I mean, it does say opening it and reading it could be somehow dangerous, but I feel like we'd miss out on content if we don't do it. And it was addressed to us. Man, going with iced coffee today is perfect on a day like this. All right, we're not gonna do it right now. We're gonna go through dialogue. Let's talk to Mort next.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
How did you die, Mort? What happened to your body? Oh yeah, I remember this. Other questions? What do you know about the Night Hag? Other questions? Okay, nothing new with him. Let's go to Anna. Quick save right before that, because it could get steamy. She looks at you as you address her, and she frowns. What do you want now? Are you all right? She just glares at us. I wanted to ask you some questions. Why don't you ask the Stuckabus your questions then? Anna's eyes narrow to slits. Why are we even traveling with her? We don't need her. We don't. Oh, wow. Okay. Anna, please. You're very important to me, and I need your help. Oh, and why is that then? This should be rich. It should. You pity me, is that it? You think I slow you down? Go on, say it. I don't pity you, and you don't slow me down. You're quick, you're skilled, and I really need all the help I can get. She frowns, her tail flicking back and forth. Well, no, I'll gut her if she starts sizing us up for a feast, I will. She glares at you. And don't get any ideas I'm staying because you want me to. I'm just helping you out, I am. Okay, other questions. Okay, so nothing with Anna. All right, let's ask questions. Let's have a dialogue with our newest party member.
Yes?
Can you tell me about the Tanari? The Tanari are fiends. Some call them demons. They have embraced evil for chaos' sake. They dwell upon the poisoned plains, the abyss, where they feed on their own rage and lash out across the multiverse, despoiling all they touch. They forever seek to tempt others into committing crimes and passion and vice. And you are a Tanari? Or Tanari? Yeah. That is correct. I am a lesser Tanari, more specifically, a succubus. She gives a soft sigh. I'm afraid we're a little too common in the lower planes and elsewhere for our own good. Most of my race spend their time seducing mortals with... we know that. She doesn't. I'd like to think that I've distanced myself from that. It is ultimately a trivial and non-productive way for one to spend one's time here in the multiverse. There's much more to life, wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Other questions? How did you come by the name Fall from Grace? Maybe she'll tell us now. The meaning of the names is a complicated subject. Okay, is it your real name? Oh, so we do get some different dialogue here. I think the name, which is Ern, carries a... Okay. Who was to say which is the real one? Oh. Huh. I'm not sure I attach any value to a name. I'm not sure. Truly? A name is a cloak of letters thrown across a person, nothing more. A name can sometimes tell you something about a fraction of the person, maybe even help define that person, but that's not who the person is. Ooh, we're getting deep with our intellect. Tonari is a Ferrari. Grace nods. Your point is well taken. So why are you called Fall from Grace? Would it matter? She smiles. It is but a cloak of letters. Man, she is definitely our counterpart. It matters to me. I would like to know how you came to be called that. I have fallen from my people. Some would say risen from my people, perhaps, but fall feels more right to me. She looks at you questioningly. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. After all, fall carries with it an underlying sense of loss. She's silent for a moment, then nods thoughtfully. Yes, perhaps that is why it felt as it did. I came to terms with the loss long ago, but the name has remained. Are you sure you've come to terms with it? Tell your true name. Fall from Grace meets your gaze, and you are once again struck by the brilliant shade of blue of her eyes. It is turbulent, like the ocean before a storm. I had thought so, yet in speaking to you, you have caused me to realize some things, she smiles. You have my thanks. I feel like there's this stare as Anna's like, like, if you want to talk about it, let me know, all right? You are most kind, and we'll do so. Okay, other questions?
Yes.
Can you tell me what you know about the Sensates? We kind of already knew that. We've asked if we could join.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's nothing new. Can you teach me anything of the art? Ooh, magic. Magic. No, I do not believe so. The art and the disciplines I practice are different. Ah, how do you mean? My powers, as you see them, stem from my faith, not from manipulating energies as the art does. The art is a mechanism by which the power of the multiverse may be harnessed through gestures, rituals, and devices. My powers come to me through a different means. My faith and the nature of my belief allows some of the multiverse to reveal itself to me. What do you believe in? I believe in experience. I believe a person may be changed for the better, the more the multiverse they are allowed to perceive, and the more the multiverse is allowed to perceive them. My belief in the nature of experience allows me to... She pauses for a moment, thinking. I suppose the best explanation is that my faith allows me to see things differently. When you see the multiverse in such a way, you learn how to change things, mending wounds, seeing a person's heart, and so on, just by willing them to happen. But those changes you make seem a lot like spells. How do you learn to do those things? Do you have a spell book? No, my spells, as you call them, they come to me after I have rested and centered myself. When I sleep and awaken, I can focus myself once more. The amount of faith required to change the multiverse around me can be quite taxing on the psyche, I'm afraid. Just being able to see how to change things is not enough. You must have the strength to make the change happen and last. That is such a like chef's kiss of explaining pre-spells right there. Other
Yes?
questions? Her voice is familiar. It's a nice voice, but I feel like I've heard it before. I wanted to talk about our companions. Oh boy. Who in particular do you want to discuss? Let's start with me. What do you want to discuss? To be honest, I'm curious as your feelings about me. Why? I mean, it's just an innocent question. Stare. She gives you a slight smile. A lady must have her secrets. Oh man, she's definitely got curiosity. I'd like to know your thoughts on my situation then. Do you know anything else that might prove helpful? Well, shadows keep coming to kill me. I have a feeling they're following me, but I don't know why. I think there's someone out to murder me so much I built a tomb trap to try and kill them. According to an inscription in a tomb, he's been coming after me for, well, as long as my incarnations can remember, it seems. Okay, we'll go with that. Then, whoever the killer is, he's lived a very long time to have pursued you so long. She taps her chin for a moment. Could the killer be immortal as well? Possibly. Any other thoughts on it? Okay, let's say about the shadows. Shadows. Shadows are shades of the dead. They do not tend to hunt. They tend to lie in wait for victims. Curious. Alright. What else? Okay, I guess we're asking other questions. Do you ever use weapons? Yeah, because she's just using her touch. No, there is seldom the need, and I find that I cannot bear the touch of cold iron or even steel for long periods of time. In any event, I have a number of natural defenses that tend to discourage attackers. Such as...
Updated my journal.
Ooh, take a drink. Hydrate, whatever. The kiss of a succubus is lethal to mortals, though they rarely realize the danger until their death is almost upon them. I can resort to it when the need arises. Intriguing, or I mean, frightening. I see. Actually, I'm gonna go... No, we'll stick with one. Oh, we're going straight to it. Number 3. Yves said you had a tale you wouldn't share with her. That is correct. Yves needs no more tales adding to her misery, and my tale would not serve her search for truth. Would you tell me? It is a long tale and not as interesting as some would make it out to be. It is intertwined in other tales of war and slavery. It's not a pleasant one. I'd still hear it. Very well. No, my past is not a long one, at least by Tanari standards. Do not know if you are familiar with the Tanari, but we are a race of the Abyss, a staggered series of planes filled with chaos and evil hearts. I am Tanari, a fiend, a succubus. I grew up upon the first plane of the Abyss. My mother was a succubus herself. As I'm sure you were aware, succubi tempt mortals to bring their souls to the Abyss. My mother was among the finest, seducing countless mortal men to their eternal damnation. She now dwells in the Abyss, selling her children into slavery. So you were sold into slavery? Yes, she sold me to the Batazu, the blood enemies of the Tanari. I think she rather expected they would kill me. Despite her knowledge of other subjects, she knows little of their culture and the delight they take in tormenting others. How did you escape? The Batazu are a proud species. The thought of a Tanari could best them at anything was intolerable to them. So I challenged one of the proudest of the pit fiends to a contest of improvisation, and my Tanari nature afforded me an advantage, you see. The Tanari are creatures of chaos, wild and unpredictable. The Batazu are more cunning with orderly hearts. They understand improvisation, but they are not its best practitioners, and thus I won my freedom, and my path brought me to Sigil. Okay, other questions? Why did you set up the brothel? I established a brothel to give those lustful fevers that strike the mind more avenues of expression rather than the simply carnal. Much pleasure can be had in conversation and engaging in the verbal arts with others. And why the place? Part of the answer to your question requires that you know that I remember... oh yeah, wait, she did. And that is why you did it. Yeah, wait. Yeah, so it's a school. Alright, can I read your diary? That is pretty direct. No. We're not gonna beg. Very well. Other questions? Can you tell me what you know of Revel again? What is the Gray Waste again? It's a blighted plane that lies effectively between Beator and the Abyss. Okay. What is the Blood War? Yeah, let's go with that. The Blood War is a conflict that rages across... I'm so glad we asked this question because we didn't get the Blood War thing previously. The Blood War is a conflict that rages across the lower planes between the Batazu and the Tanari. They fight over whether evil should be lawful or chaotic. Fall from Grace pauses. It is a war best avoided at all costs. Let the Tanari and Batazu butt heads and leave the rest of the planes in peace, or at least in relative peace. Relatives peace. It's the demons versus devils gnarly business. Ah, so like the Avernus thing that happened, right? I kind of got the gist that it was the war taken to the hells, or the war in the hells, something like that. Probably should have played that campaign before starting Baldur's Gate 3, but when COVID hit, didn't really find a group doing it, you know, so. Demons are the forces of chaotic evil. Relative peace. Well, the war is so large that most races get caught up in it against their wishes. Ignoring it often proves just as dangerous as participating in it. Devils are conniving lawful evils. Ugh. Gotcha. Do they use human troops? On occasion, yes. There are a number of human mercenaries that participate in the Blood War. They serve either as soldiers, fodder for cannons, or food for the fiends. So you said it, as long as the war goes on, the rest of the planes are allowed relative peace? How long has it been going on for? According to the chronicles, the Blood War has been fought ever since the Batazun met the Tanari, a very long time ago. I am not certain there is a human term that encompasses the time between them and now. She shakes her head. I'm afraid that neither the Batazu nor the Tanari have ever really taken to the other. Did you serve in it? No, my mother did. Succubi generally tempt mortals to bring their spirits to the abyss to create more Tanari to die in the Blood War. Your mother, she served in the Blood War. Yes, she was among the finest, seducing countless mortal men. She now dwells in the abyss, selling her children into slavery. So how long has it been going on? Did I already ask that? Actually, are these questions bothering you? Oh no, not at all. It's best you know this. The Blood War underlies most events of the Plains. It's important to understand what it is and why it has taken place. What an informative dialogue section. Awesome. I like to hear Tratus reading these types of fiends' names. I hope I'm pronouncing them correctly. If I'm not, please let me know. Let me know. And I'll look up the how to pronounce them with the help of Google, if that'll even help, you know. Doesn't mean Google says it right? So, but I appreciate it, yeah. I feel like we've asked it. How long's it been going on? Yeah, it's a very long time. Other questions? Other questions instead.
Yes?
Question... Let's talk about our companions. You. Me? Really? She thinks about this for a moment, then nods. Very well. If there's anything you are curious about, please ask. Do you have any idea who or what I might be? That's a good one. She frowns in thought. I freely admit that you are something of an enigma, she smiles. But then I find such mysteries intriguing. Shall we attempt to puzzle out your situation? Sure. First, while it is possible that you are a tiefling or some rare crossbreed, my guess is that you are human, or were at one time. Alright, go on. Your appearance is approximately a male in his early 30s. The stitching and scar tissue make an exact determination difficult. Tell me about it. Go on. The key to your past is your memory, and it seems that certain location, events, and people trigger seemingly forgotten memories. It would seem to be your best interest to visit as many locations as possible and speak to as many others as possible. In short, experience your universe as much as possible. A sensate's advice. This is why I think the faction, me joining this faction, is perfect, because we go from area to area and people are starting to know us in the world as the guy that asks many questions. So yeah, we're trying to piece together anything we can, right? So even asking the stupid questions sometimes jars a memory, right? Yeah, a sensate's advice, eh? She gives a bemused smile. I would not advise it if I did not practice it, and if you did not already know it to be true. There may be something else that shed light on my situation. Do you know anything else that might prove helpful? Oh, no, okay. Other questions then.
Yes?
Companions. How about Morty? Morty is, Morty is most peculiar. I've seen a great deal in my life, but nothing quite like him. He behaves somewhat like a mimmer. Granted, there's no denying he is knowledgeable, but he is a certain, she sniffs the air and wrinkles her nose, Batorian smell about him. Batorian smell? Yes, but he's not a Batazu. At least of any variety I've encountered. The smell alone, however, makes me treat the skull with caution. What do you mean when you say Batazu and Batorian? My apologies. Bator, or Beator, I guess, is one of the outer planes, the home of my race of fiends called the Batazu. They are evil creatures, yet they're organized and lawful in many of their behaviors. Some might call them devils. They believe in contracts and hierarchy. In many ways, they are like evil bureaucrats. What about the smell? Okay. What were you saying about the memer before? The owner, oh yeah, they are encyclopedias of knowledge. The owner may ask them questions, and if they have the knowledge, they will inform the user. And Mort, yeah, we know he is. I don't believe so. Mort lacks the silvery metal that memers customarily have, and he seems to have an attitude of his own. Such qualities are not present in conventional memers. He may be one, but he's unlike any I've encountered. I believe he is. Then enough has been said on the subject. All right, let's talk about someone else. Let's talk about Anna. Oh, you like the way I'm pronounced? Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I should have caught that earlier. Thank you very much. Though, in the Lord of the Rings set review, I know I mispronounced probably half of that stuff, but who knows? Or maybe not. She is strong and capable, and she is quite passionate. I almost wish I had met her long ago and asked her to come to the brothel. Perhaps things might have been different. She studies me for a moment. What do you think of her? Well, shish kebab. We have come to a fork in the road. It really comes down to blonde versus... Is she redheaded or brunette? The voice actor on Fall from Grace, definitely sensual voice, and I feel like I've heard it before. Maybe another video game? Anna is quite taken with me already, but Grace is... So Anna's passionate and possessive, and I like that. But the intellect in me, and as well, likes Grace. The whole figuring her out, and she's also, it's like a chess game, right? We could just say, I think she doesn't care for you very much. We could avoid. There's more to this. What is this? Oh, we could just shut it down completely. If there is a fork in the road, we gotta pick, right? If we go with Grace, Grace is a succubus. And that will be challenging. But challenging is also kind of fun, as far as stories go. I gotta think about it. Give me a second. Because we gotta pick. since we have these dialogue options, apparently, I mean, I don't know if the game has romance, but it did have a steamy moment. And it looks like we can bond with one of these a little bit more than, say, the other. I'm gonna go with the neutral territory. I think she doesn't care for you very much. I would agree, but I shall not let you dodge my question so easily. What do you think of her? Dang it! Yes, Grace is on point. Grace has got the intellect. You know, I'm a peculiar gentleman. There are things that I'm attracted to. Intellect is one of them. Grace is one of those that could definitely hold a conversation really well, and that's pretty important. All right, glasses coming off. Taking the headset off. We got to think about this one. We got to think about it. Trying to see how I role play this. I think it's too early to say I think I could fall in love with her. We really haven't had that much experience, but there's a reason this game is asking about it. I think it's because, like I said, you can bond with one or the other a little closely, maybe. Depending on how we answer this question. So, which one am I interested in? What are y'all's thoughts? Tough decision. Tough. I mean, I trust her enough. I don't hate her. I do care about her in one way or another. I believe in you. Putting her in the friend zone is not right, though. I'm not opposed to something. But also saying, I think I can fall in love with her is also way too early. I wish there was like... Okay, considering her a friend and nothing more is neutral territory. And she seems to be in us completely. I mean, that moment when she came up and basically entwined herself with us, and she said she loved our smell, and I mean, you know, there's a certain uniqueness to this man of scars. Okay, look, we're not gonna debate this like Viconia and Jaheira, okay? Viconia and Jaheira, now that took, what, 3 hours? 3 hour debate? I don't even remember. In Baldur's Gate 2, when that video comes out, because I'm almost done with Siege of Dragonspear, right? So when that video comes out, Viconia's Kiss is out there right now. So Viconia and I, you know, we're about to head into the plane of hell, and we have our moment. So this is different. It's too early to define anything, but the game is trying to get us to pick. And I feel like however I ultimately answer this is going to cut off or open certain, well, actually both, certain dialogue options. So. What now? You're saying wow? I think you're saying wow. Hold on. Whoop. Yeah. What? What's wow? Did I say something? So yeah, Viconia was my girlfriend in Siege of Dragonspear. Nira was the first one, then Viconia. Carry on. Okay. Anyway. And then there was that Viconia Jaheira thing going on in part 2. But yeah, that one took some hours to debate. Oh, my experience with Dragonspear was nice. Some would say bugged. But I didn't care. Viconia was neutral good, not neutral evil. She changed for me. I don't want to influence too much. More of a peanut gallery at this point. I see you're in a difficult dialogue. I am. I really do need to make a choice here. Both characters are interesting. Both characters, I mean, there's not, it's like, it's really 50-50 for me. You know? Wasn't expecting to get another heart contender, romance contender this early. Wasn't expecting any romance at all anyway, period. Anna's song is was more beautiful than Grace's, if I'm going to be honest. The song that they play for the characters. When we first talked to Anna, that is. Of course, when we first talked to Anna, she told me to pike off. But obviously, she can't, she can't not fall in love with me. Just something about it. Something about those scars. History of my body. Okay, stop it, Tratus. Get back on topic. Who are we picking? I feel like I would be doing Anna a disservice. But we only bit her back on the neck when she bit us because it just felt right. And that completely threw her off because she wasn't expecting to be reciprocated. She expected to be in control. And she was quite flustered. So we know she enjoyed it. But she didn't like to have us think that she was definitely into us. She wanted, she tried to say, oh, it was fake or whatever, but we could tell it wasn't. So we know she's into us, especially because of how she acted when we were talking with all the prostitutes, with all the intellectual conversations that we had. We could definitely tell something was bothering her. And when we asked Grace to join the party, Anna was straight up against it, obviously for certain reasons that we can tell. So I feel like Anna has got first dibs. Does that make sense? But there's a part of me that feels like Grace would be so very interesting to see. The whole succubus thing, her kiss could kill us, but then we're immortal. It kind of fits. It's like, that's okay, babe. You can kill me over and over again. Just get back up. May not remember you, though, because we do lose our memory every time we die. But I'm sure she could fill in the gaps. Have a little memory, the whole journal, a whole section about Grace. That's why we keep our journal, right? There you go. And plus, I would wake up right next to her. So, it kind of makes sense to go with Grace, honestly. Man, this is tough. Why do I keep making perfect points for both of them? I need to start thinking about the cons here. The negatives. Okay, if we go with Anna. She's into us, but she pretends not to be into us. But she's definitely into us. Some funny dialogue. But the negative is... The negative is trying to get her to admit her feelings. There you go. I feel like that's a flaw. She's not... We have to earn her trust. Whereas Grace is reserved. And, well, you gotta earn her trust too. Too bad I can't quick save it here. We did quick save it right before, but we went through so much dialogue. I'm almost tempted to just say whatever, revert back on the quick save, and do a new save called Anna or Grace. Okay? And that way, if I ever want to come back in history, in time, if I want to come back in time and play it with a different direction, you feel me? Then I could. Because I feel like I'm halfway through the game. This would be a great save point to hold on to, right? That way, if I want to see the other road, the other avenue, we can come back to it. So I think we're just going to pick one for now. I think... Which one do we pick, though? We still got to pick one. As far as the playthrough goes. Am I picking Grace? I feel like I'm picking Grace. Anna's more rough, as far as rough on the edges. When I say like character-wise, not physical appearance. Obviously, we think the succubus Grace is beautiful, but there's also a charm about Anna as well. The character portraits, Anna's more revealing, and Grace is more reserved. Anna's got that temper, though. She seems like if we fell in love, man, she'd have my back plenty. But Grace, I don't know. Each one is different in how they approach it. I feel like they're different in how they approach it, as far as loyalty goes. There should be some dialogue here. Fall from Grace sees you struggling and how to answer this. As the inner dialogue is playing out. God, man. Why is this so hard? Don't answer that. Let's not stick to puns. Okay. And when we gave Grace the ring, she's like, oh, so forward. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she is quite the tease. The armor class ring. Huh. I'm so sorry that it's taken such a long time here. I do apologize. There are better things y'all could be doing than sitting here watch me debate it in my own freaking head. Which one to choose? I don't think it matters. No, it does matter a little bit. Because if I only do one playthrough, then it matters a lot. Would I come back and do a different playthrough? Quite possibly. I could definitely see myself doing that. I could definitely see myself doing that in the future. Coming back and spending some time back in this game and playing as a different character. An ad is going to start in 3 minutes. I'm just going to start one up for 30 seconds just to get it out of the way. Okay, the ad is done. I just wanted to make sure it was done and not sneak up on me while I'm trying to make this decision. I'm glad that it tells me now when the ads are coming on and all of that, because before it used to never do that, and people would just be like, oh, I just got caught in an ad. It's like, well, you could subscribe, but no, I get it. I try to balance my content around the ad, though. Especially something like this, right? So if it's going to tell me, I'm going to just force it now, and that way it'll be done for the next hour. So I tell you what, since we're going to go back on the save and create a divided save here, and we're going to go through the dialogue really fast because I know what to do and what to say. Gulp. I'm going to choose number 1. I just want to see what it says. I mean, we're going to come back on the save because I feel like this is a pivotal point that needs a hard save. Anna or Grace, okay? And that way I can come back and to this point in time and play it a different way if I so wish, right? So let's just pick number 1. You might wish to tell her so. I don't know. I seem to leave this wreckage wherever I go, with the Inara especially, and the lives of others I've touched. It might be best to leave well enough alone. Yeah. We had a thing with Dianara. We had a thing with Aelwyn and an other incarnation. So kind of, yeah, we're a mess. We're a hot mess. To that, I would say this. Love may move the planes themselves when it is strong and true. And there is nothing truer in all of my experiences than the truth about how one feels about another. We'll talk about this another time. Okay. Load game. We're going to go back to our last save right before we talk to her. I believe it's this one. I wish it would put them in order-ish.
lieutenants and governors.
I'm hearing some kid shenanigans. What time is it? 6:20 p.m. I'm gonna play for about another 40 minutes, and then I'm gonna break for dinner. And when I say break, I'm gonna log off for about 2 hours, and then I'm gonna get back on tonight and go for another 4 to 6 hours tonight. So I'll be back on around 9 p.m. Central. So just, you know, heads up on that. So I'm gonna play for another 40 minutes. I think I just talked to Anna, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye. What is it you want then?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just talked to Anna. So this is where we need to create the save. We're going to call it Anna or Grace. Excuse me. I wanted to make sure I didn't cough into the microphone there. That was a loud one. All right. All right, I don't know if y'all are hearing kid noises in the back, but they're just being kids. So let's talk to Grace now.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna go through this really quick because we already talked to her.
Yes.
There we go. So yeah, we're getting all of this dialogue in now. Can I ask you some other questions?
Yes.
The sensates.
Yes.
The art. Yeah, we went through a lot of dialogue before we got to that.
Yes.
You ever use weapons?
Updated my journal.
What is the Gray Waste? Yeah, the Blood War. Human troops. How long did you serve in it? She served in it. You were sold by slavery.
Updated my journal.
Are they bothering you? Other questions?
Yes.
About our companions, you. A lady must have her secrets. Our situation.
Yes.
Companions, me. Any die who I or might be. Yes, we're gonna puzzle it out. Go on. Go on.
Yes.
Mort. Praetorian smell. Okay. Someone else. Not going to talk about Anna. We're going to go straight into Dakan. And then we're going to back out, resave. Okay. We're going to resave. And then we'll talk about Anna. Dakan. She raises an eyebrow. He's most uncommon for a Githzari. Really? In what way? Well, he obeys you. That alone would mark him as a pariah among his people. His entire race was once slaves, and even the reminder of servitude to them is distasteful. Anything else? Dakan approaches everything in an orderly fashion. Again, most curious for a Githzari. They tend to be unpredictable. They follow their impulses rather than a plan. He seems a most pious Githzari and a steadfast ally. Alright, let's talk about someone else. Other questions about our... Let's move on. Alright, let's do the save one more time. Where is it? Anna or Grace? Alright, did that... Yes, it did save as that. Okay. Let's talk.
Yes?
About our travels. Can I read your diary? No. All right. Other questions?
Yes?
Companions. Anna. Okay. Let's go with the... Out of curiosity, we consider her a friend, nothing more. I'm curious. I want to know what it says. Very well. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go back to the load.
Yes?
All right. I think, I think I could fall in love with her. Oh, I think I could fall in love with her. All right, wait. If I said this, very well. Let's talk about Anna. Oh, it doesn't matter what you pick? It doesn't matter? We spent 30 minutes? The game doesn't really care. It's just like, pick whatever you want, Tratus. Doesn't matter. You're gonna have two potential romantic interests trying to win you over, I guess. I think I think going with my gut the first time about with Anna was the right way. And that's how we're going to answer it. So let me go back on the save. Yeah, I'm glad we did put the consideration in because I needed to have that at some point, right? I did. I appreciate the compliment. The thank you, I mean. Okay, let's just choose this. Just in case it does matter. We're going to pick this again. We're going to do the dialogue.
Yes?
Companions, Anna. And we're going to pick what we initially picked. Because I really like this. I really, really like this. Like, I don't know. I seem to leave this wreckage. You may be right.
Yes?
Anna, do you want to talk some more?
Aye. What is it you want then?
No. No confessing love there. I still think it's too early. I really thought it'd make a pivotal point as well, so... Flabbergasted is my feeling on that now. But, so the game, there is no point that's driving the hard stake yet. And it does seem that we do have still two pivotal interests to go with. So I say, let's continue on with the game and see how it unfolds. And then we will reevaluate the decision. Both very interesting characters, I will say, at this point. Very challenging to just pick one just off of the very little bit of information we've been given. Both of them interesting indeed. So, let's go inside, shall we? Wait. Oh, I sent all of them inside. Never mind. Farewell. Jilmy Splinter. Jumble Murder Sense.
All right.
It's music. The Headless. It looks unused, more of a piece of artwork than a ruler's seat. Is it stealing?
Endure.
Can you come grab
and I
this?
shall serve.
Bonk. Well, we got a level 4 spell now. All right. I guess it wasn't stealing. It's just...
All right.
just here for knowledge.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
We're not leaving the con behind, Morty. Montague. Mort. We gotta be able to see in there to go in there. Oh, there's more doors. Okay. I'm just getting the layout here, really. Guess this a crooked. Warrior in training. Merryman. Yep, definitely need to talk to that guy. What is that? Leading to the dormitories. There's a whole nother level to this. Wow. What the heck was that? Was that a trap we just set off? No one's hurt. Actually, you are hurt. There's traps here? Are we not supposed to be back here?
Why not?
So 6 seconds of the dice rolls being done. I want to make sure, and I don't know how long the radius is. I thought with Merryman back here it would be okay, but yeah, we or maybe it just hurts him. I don't know. I'm assuming the radius is like this. What is that noise? No one's taking damage. So I haven't... his 1 point of damage could have been from the fight earlier. It must be these other rooms.
Done. I'm gone.
Mage... Oh, it's mage... Yeah, they must be shooting at the wall. Okay, okay. Yeah, there we go. They're fizzling out. It's a fizzle spell. Okay. Hey, Johnny. Johnny Brahms. Thief in training. All right. Ah, that's how you do it. Okay. I really thought we hit a trap or something. I was like, are we not supposed to be back here? Okay. So here's the deal. This is going to take, with all the talking and everything, I know it's going to take a good time. And Brahms, I appreciate the lurk. I really do. Here's what I'm proposing for everyone that's still here, and I appreciate it. I did mention that I was going to take a break here at 7 o'clock. That's 20 minutes from now. So how about I get the quick save in? There we go. I take the break now. I take the dinner break with the family, and I'll be back in about 2-ish hours, 9 p.m. Central, approximately. Got to get the kids to bed, that kind of thing, you know, whatever. So we're going to get some dinner, kids bed. So approximately 9, I would say maybe between 9, 9:30, something like that to be more ideal. So have your notifications on. I'll be back with a continuation with this. I would love to finish out this entire clerk ward area. We got some quests to do. We've got a lot of people to talk to. A lot of circling back with the other areas. So I'm hoping to put another 4 or 6 hours in tonight. So there you go. So yeah, a night session coming up. Because I really want to get Baldur's Gate 3 going, but that's not going to happen until we get through this. And I feel like we got a whole lot more to go, if I'm not mistaken. So I will put a blast on 2E Tavern when the evening session begins, if I think of it. There you go. Oh, thank you. I would appreciate that. Yeah, thanks, Cole. So yeah, I'll post on Twitter, my own Discord, you know, when I go live. So give me about 2-ish hours, 2.5 hours, and I'll be back here tonight. So, all right. Wow, everyone's coming in all of a sudden. So yeah, for those that are just popping in, I'm taking a dinner break with the family for about 2.5 hours, and I'll be back again tonight for about another 4 to 6 hours session. So, so I will see y'all in just a little bit. Man, this music. All right, I did save it, right? Let's just do a hard save. Inside Civic Fest Hall. All right.